And it's on. Hello, hello. Happy. Is it hump day? Gosh, I feel like I'll keep coming on here on hump day. But that's good. I might make this my regular recording day. But hopefully everyone is well. Hello, hello, hello. It is a pleasure to come up here again. Hopefully everyone is well, mentally, spiritually, physically, financially, emotionally. And if you're going through a rough patch, it's okay. You're going to bounce back. I promise you that. Because I'm waiting to bounce back too. But mentally, I'm good. Spiritually, I'm good. Could definitely be better. Could definitely elevate my spiritual life. But, it's a journey. But I'm not where I used to be. And, we're waiting on some other things to come to pass. But overall, life is good. If you have breath, declare life is good. Command the day. I don't care what you got going on. Command the day. Tell yourself it's going to be a good day. It's going to be a fantabulous day. You're not going to let anyone try to knock you off of that great feeling that you have going on. Like, no, we're not going to allow any humans to get us down or make us feel less than or anything of that nature, because we're too good and God is too great, right? So today, I heard in my spirit the word unorthodox, and this was probably a few weeks ago, but it kept coming up, like probably today and some other day. So I was like, well, what does unorthodox mean, and why am I hearing it in my spirit? So the word unorthodox means contrary to what is usual, traditional, or accepted, out of the ordinary, uncommon. And I was like, okay, I had a feeling that this was going to apply to me, in the sense that how I am expecting God to move, or what I'm expecting him to do, is going to be out of the ordinary. I'm expecting him to move one way, but he's going to move another. Let's say you're expecting God to move financially in your life. Maybe you're expecting a job, but maybe that's not how God wants to bless you in this season. Maybe that's not how he wants you to receive your income in this season. Maybe it's going to be from a different source. Who knows? But God doesn't always move how we expect him to move. He doesn't always move how we want him to move. And he doesn't always move the same way. I mean, he's God. He's God all by himself. He doesn't need our help. He doesn't have a rival or an equal. So whenever God decides to do something, it's going to come as a surprise. It's going to be a miracle. It's going to always be out of the ordinary. You're going to be like, wow, God, you did that. Okay. But don't expect him to come through that same way, because that's not how he works. You can't figure God out. He's unfigureoutable. Okay. So I was like, well, what book in the Bible, what Bible story would fit this word, would fit something being out of the ordinary? Pretty much the entire Bible. But the one story that came to mind was when the angel of the Lord was a pillar of fire and cloud for the Israelites. And I have two scriptures I'm going to read. It's going to be Exodus 13, 21 through 22, and Exodus 14 and 19. So this is Exodus 13, verse 21 through 22. And it says, "And the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, so as to go by day and night. He did not take away the pillar of cloud by day, or the pillar of fire by night from before the people." And Exodus 14 and 19 says, "And the angel of God who went before the camp of Israel moved and went behind them, and the pillar of cloud went from before them and stood behind them." So this is the story of them crossing the Red Sea. And when I read that the angel went behind them, he went behind the Israelites. So he created a barrier between the Israelites and the Egyptians. And when I was like, okay, he went and stood behind them, I was like, okay, that gives a new meaning to "I got your back," because he had their back, like he stood behind them. So the cloud was light for Israel, but it was darkness for the Egyptians. And fire was light to Israel, and it kept the Egyptians away, because who's gonna come to fire? And I was like, he could have chose to do anything, but he showed up as a cloud and fire. I always thought that was amazing, but I don't think it really clicked until I read it today. But so many stories. Like, what stories comes to mind when you think of unorthodox, when you think of the miracles? We always hear the miracle of healing. I mean, so many miracles, like it would probably take all day for us to even discuss that. But another, and I think this is, like, when I think unorthodox, I just relate that to just the mighty miracles that took place in the Bible. Let's see. I had a miracle testimony with the nodule that I had on my ear, and I posted it. That was months ago. Like, I had been having an earache, and I already posted this testimony, but I'm gonna just share it again, because normally when you think of healing, you think of, or depending on what it is, you're maybe expecting God to do surgery, but all it took was that faith. All it took was that faith and my prayer. Like, I went in that day. I was having an earache, this nodule by my ear that I had for over 15 years. It felt like it was raised up, and I don't know. I was just like, I don't know what's going on, but I'm going to pray. I'm going to believe by faith that it is going to be removed. It is going to go down, whatever. And I prayed the Lord's Prayer 500 times. Ooh, that took some doing. But I lied to y'all not. Probably within the hour, I kept feeling right here. And I was just like, wait a minute. Did it really go down? And I know God was just like, yeah, I did that. Like, that's nothing for me. I need your faith. I need your faith to increase. And he's been increasing my faith in this season. So now I'm just waiting in anticipation. I'm expecting God to move mightily, but I don't know how he's going to do it. And I know when he let me hear this word, he was telling me, you don't try to figure me out. You just let me handle what I got to handle. You let me do what I got to do. You just do your part. And I'm like, okay, I got you. But when? I mean, is there a when to this thing? Is there a when to this season? When is this season going to shift? When I'm going to enter my promised land, And he just like, hey, don't start questioning me. Don't start questioning me. Just trust that I got you. And trust me, when it happens, you're just going to look back and be like, wow, that word makes so much sense. The season made so much sense. So yeah, that's pretty much all I got. Unorthodox, baby. Unorthodox people. Unorthodox. Don't expect God to move the same way. Stop trying to figure God out. Let him handle it. Take your hands off of it. I mean, expect the blessing. Expect something big, but don't expect him to move how he did last time. Don't expect him to do the same thing that he did the last time, okay? Trust him in the here. Trust him in the now. Trust and obey, for there is no other way. Trust. I can't stress that enough, especially because that's the season that I'm in. Lord, trust, okay? He's gonna surprise you. He's gonna move, and when he does it, you're gonna be like, okay, just wait, because your testimony is loading. I'm sure you already have plenty of testimonies, but there's that one thing that you're waiting for him to do, and it is coming. It's coming, because I'm waiting on a few things. I'm waiting, but I'm waiting. I'm trying to wait well, and I'm just believing that it's going to happen. I just don't know when. That's the thing. Don't. Now, God could come through so many times, but when you want him to come through for that one thing, like I was talking to my niece, and I think either me or her was saying, he may not come when you want him, but he'll be there on time, right on time. And I was just like, yeah, some prayers he'll answer right away. Like, some prayers he'll answer speedily, but then there's those prayers that you pray you're expecting him to move, and he just like, nah. Let me just keep chilling on the throne. Let me just hold out a little while, and I'll answer when I want you to. But it's in that waiting that he's doing something in us. And so one of the prayers that my niece said he answers fast is when you ask him to remove certain people out of your life. He like, oh, got them out of your life, but that's because it's in his will, and that's just what it is. But I'm like, financially, I need you to move faster, okay? Send my husband to me. Send him, because I'm ready for him to come. You know, my promise, and I'm trying to enter. Am I not ready? I mean, goodness gracious. What time? Can I at least mark it on the calendar? Can you give me signs of the time? But he's like, nah. But I don't know. I'm just gonna keep waiting and expecting a miracle, expecting him to move, to do something out of the ordinary, which he always does. Okay? He always does, people. He comes through for you. So that's all I got for y'all today. Hope y'all are well. Be blessed. You know what? I need to make a song. I need to make a song and let that be my intro. Or I might just come out here with praise and worship. I said it before, but I ain't do it. But yeah. So yeah, drop in the comment. Okay, because I don't ever say this, but I shouldn't have to tell y'all or ask y'all to like, comment, and subscribe. Do it for your girl. Do it. Run it up. Yeah, like, comment, subscribe. But what I want you to comment is just comment a miracle. Just comment a miracle that you have experienced, or how God moved unordinarily. Is that a word? Unordinarily. Out of the ordinary. Yeah, just comment something to that effect. Yeah, comment any Bible scriptures, any Bible stories you could probably think of. That you can think of. What is God doing for you in this season? What is He speaking to you in this season? I know I'm not the only one He's telling to trust Him, but that's just a story about life. It's always trusting Him. But yeah, so I'm not gonna try to come up with something to say, because that's all I got. So if I got something else to say, I'll come back. So until next time, be blessed, and holler at your girl later. Okay, bye.